but would you do this one thing? Would you follow me in a movement to love your neighbor?
Davidson-Gundy Alumni Center at the University of Texas at Dallas, and today Ryan Binkley is announcing his run for the office of the presidency of the United States of America. Let's go check this out. All right, you guys are here to play Ryan Binkley's announcement for the run of president.
Absolutely, very excited, Ryan. Super proud of you. Let's go get him, 2024.
Tell me about the band. What do you guys play? What type of music?
I mean, kind of all kinds of stuff. We have each our individual stuff that we write and record and play out. But this is something we call David and the Dimes, and it's just like cover stuff. We play anything from like Otis Redding to Marvin Gaye to U2 to Frank Sinatra. So it's kind of all over the gamut.
That is awesome. Where do you gig around town? Do you guys play anywhere?
Well, our last gig was at the Kessler Theater in Oak Cliff. Okay. But it's been a while since I played dive bars. But
nice. That's a good-looking Gibson. Tell me about your axe.
Yeah, it's a J45. It's a relatively newer model. And this was actually a gift from the one and only Ryan Binkley.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Love the Bink.
Yeah.
Tell me about that Telly you got there.
Yeah, this is a 1974 Telly. One of these pickups is the original. The other one is original, but it's been rewound. And it's a little beat up, and I love it for that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Look forward to hearing you. Actually happening. Ryan Binkley for president.
Within the church. 25 years later, Pastor Chris McCrae is the senior pastor of Sojourn Church here in Dallas. Him and his wife.
Whether it's a foreign policy or racial unity, a tumultuous financial depravity, God has raised up a shepherd, and we believe that Ryan Binkley is that man.
Resume, but check it out. Vice Admiral Charles Bill Moore.
Thanks, Mike, for that nice introduction. But this introduction only describes my work. And I don't want anybody to confuse my work with my vocation. My vocation is to love God. Are you with me? Yeah. history where we needed a strong man of God more to lead our nation into the future. Do you agree with me on that?
For opportunity. In the name of freedom, being surrounded with people who
Thank you so much. Wow, it is so incredible to be here with all of you today. Thank you for coming out and being a part of this historic moment. Several months ago, Ryan and I shared the news with my 92-year-old father about our upcoming journey. And he was astonished. He wasn't just impressed by the possibility of his son-in-law becoming the next president of the United States, but also by the prospect of his daughter, a first-generation immigrant from South Korea, becoming the First Lady. A huge God-given vision of this nation in his heart. He is a pastor who practices what he preaches at home. He is the president and CEO of Generational Group, a thriving M&A firm. He is a loving and fun dad to our 5 children. He is a man of integrity and honor, a leader of leaders, and my best friend. Please welcome the next president.
Thank you very much, Binkley Brigade. I appreciate you guys back there. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here and for dedicating your time today, being with us on this very special moment. Really for all of our lives, for our family, and for our nation. This is such an amazing time. But before I begin, I want to really acknowledge some very important people to my life. See it a little more clear, but just let it go. But would you do this one thing? Would you follow me in a movement to love your neighbor? He posed this question to us and said, will you love your neighbor? When my grandfather, Doc Binkley, passed away about 15 years ago, he was one that decided to give back to his generation. And then this is what I'm calling young people to do. I'm thinking, if you want to change the world, if you want to change America, would you just do this one thing and invest your life in one other person, a child today? What would happen if we started a young adult volunteer movement where college campuses were invading every urban school with love and mentoring and training first graders, fifth graders, seventh graders, teaching them how to read, write, and get their levels where they should be and beyond? We could change the world if we did that. Fathers, or those that fought for the North in the Civil War, or those that fought in the Great World Wars, or those that came out of the Great Depression, they were known for being great, I think, for one thing, for what they gave and what they sacrificed for the next generation. Have you ever thought about that? What about us? What's our sacrifice? I'm 55 years old, so those within 10 years of me on both sides, what's the great sacrifice that we're making for the next generation? I really feel this in my heart, that if we do not make some big changes soon, we will be known as the generation that prospered the most, but sacrificed the least. And if we're not careful, we'll be setting up our children and our grandchildren with the weakest economic foundation and the most debt in an unsustainable fashion since the Great Depression. Our map and our compass of liberty as our guide and God as our true north, and trusting each other, we can make a way and we can find this path to journey available to everybody. And this is what I'm calling the Way to Freedom. The Way to Freedom is an education platform, really, where students have choices, where parents are involved, where volunteers are mentors for the young people, and teachers are equipped for their kids to succeed. It's a healthcare program where there's true price transparency and true competition to keep prices down, and we have services that are available and visible to everyone. It's a border where there's finally a comprehensive immigration plan that does this one thing: stops the crimes at our border today. It must be secure. We have to stop human trafficking. We have to stop the roll of fentanyl into our country. Right now, as Jacques mentioned, there's up to 200 to 300 young people a day dying from fentanyl. And right now, our border is a politics game, and we can't let it happen anymore. We have to save the youth of America. I believe that America will be the most passionate and energetic messenger of freedom and charity across the globe. I believe that we restore fiscal sanity and pay down our debt and give our children the future that they deserve. I believe that we'll transform healthcare to be a fair system where healthcare is putting patients over profits. I believe we'll revolutionize education and bring a true revival in urban America. And I believe that we'll shine this light of freedom at our border with peace, safety, security, and care. And I also believe that we'll unite our country by listening and respecting one another. I believe that we'll be a people who are once again proud of their flag and their country. And I believe this message of freedom must touch every hall of Congress and every office in Pennsylvania Avenue. It must touch every campus. I believe in God. I believe in America. I believe in liberty. And I believe in you. And I'm asking you today to believe in me. I'm running for the presidency of the United States of America.